If due to the pandemic you have become unable to pay your mortgage, stay tuned to the video ahead. I'm going to explain the forbearance options and how they'll be paid back. Welcome back to my channel, bbknows. My name is Brandy.Baker and I am a realtor here in Michigan, here to share with you all that I know about real estate and how exciting it is. So, if you like my material, please like and subscribe below and hit the little bell notification so that you know when I'm putting out awesome new videos. The loans that I'm going to be discussing in this video are specifically government-backed loans. So we are talking about FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans. If you have conventional loans, those are private. That is not, this information is not specific to a conventional type loan. It is only specific to federally backed loans. And that is also if you came in or you went into forbearance under the CARES Act, which is you going into forbearance during the time that we have been in a pandemic. So if you have already been in there since last year, in forbearance since last year, or if you are thinking about going into forbearance because you're unable to pay, you're still in the confines of the CARES Act right now. So this information is for that. Also, I'm a realtor. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a lawyer. I do my own research. I talk to all of my lender friends in my lender's network, and I get my information from there. I also do a decent amount of research before I make these videos. So this is not legal advice, basically. This is the advice and the information that I've gotten as a realtor and am sharing with you because it's all I know. It's all I know. Let's get into it. So, if you were unable to pay your mortgage, or if you become unable to pay your mortgage even now, due specifically to the pandemic, you being underemployed or unemployed, you, under the CARES Act, there are specific repayment options and criteria to qualify to be put into forbearance, okay? So number one, it's not automatic. You have to call your lender and request it. For some lenders, you can go on your website. If you do not know who owns your mortgage, so you're not entirely sure who you've been paying every month, you can go into the description below, and I'll put a link to find out so you can find out who owns your mortgage. You will need to request this. Again, it is not automatic. They will not just know that you are unable to pay just because you haven't been paying. But you can't, so before you get too far behind of just not paying them, call them, request a forbearance. Number two, they are not required or allowed to have you provide proof that you're experiencing financial hardship. You basically can just call and say, I've had trouble paying, I can't pay, put me in forbearance. And essentially, due to the CARES Act, they will put you into forbearance or required to put you into forbearance. And it can go for up to a year. I believe it's in 3-month increments for some lenders, but you can, renew your request towards the end, and they'll be contacting you when your forbearance period is about to end. So if you need to extend it, request an extension, and you should be able to do so without any trouble. Again, you can have a period of up to 12 months without paying your mortgage. Now, you should definitely be honest. Do not just assume that you're going to get off the hook, that you can just say, like, if you're able to pay it, pay it. If you are able to pay anything towards it, but maybe not the full amount, do that. Because when it comes time for that back pay to be due, you want to have, as small of a number to work with as possible. So if you legitimately were unable to pay your mortgage, but you have a little extra cash, then go ahead and put that on there. So if your mortgage payment is $800 a month, but you can only pay $4, or you can only pay $2, pay the $2, pay the $4. So in the end, you have as little due as possible. Okay? Now, specifically, number 3, specifically if you are in forbearance under the CARES Act, then at the end of your forbearance period, you will not be required to pay the loan, the past due amount in one lump sum. So if you've missed a whole year of payments. You are not going to be required, and your mortgage is $1,000 a month. You will not be required to pay that $12,000 all in one lump sum. Okay? There's going to be different repayment options. You will have to fill out a questionnaire for most lenders, and they'll determine what's going to be the best option for you. Some options are that you will pay a little bit more each month on the current mortgage. So if your mortgage was $1,000, to come up with that $12,000, you may be paying $1,500, $1,200 over a set amount of time to recoup that money. And then there's other options such as putting the past due amount on the back end of your loan. So if you were in a 15-year mortgage, you may now be in a 17-year mortgage because you have to pay that extra, or 16-year mortgage essentially because you missed a year. So you'll have to pay it on the back end. Now, if neither of those options are suitable for you, if you've kind of gotten your footing back, but not fully, so you can't even afford that $1,000 a month, there is going to be an option to reconfigure your entire loan. So instead of just moving forward with the $1,000 payment a month, your lender will rerun some numbers and reconfigure what you are actually able to pay. So maybe you're now only able to pay $850, and they'll go with that. That one does have the strongest impact on your credit score. Not entirely sure if that's important to you, if you've already got a mortgage and so you successfully already bought your home. So not entirely sure how much that affects your desire to reconfigure a loan or not, but I'm just letting you know that it is definitely an option there. Thank you so much for checking out the video today. I hope this information is helpful and useful, and you get a lot out of it, and you pass it on to your friends who may be experiencing a hardship. If you have any questions for me, as always, you can put them in the comments section below, or here's my info, and you can reach me there however you feel comfortable. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so that you know when I got great videos coming out. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. I will see you next time.